Hey everyone, very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all who all are joining us globally. I am Parturu, Events and Program Manager for Microsoft Reactor, and I am based out of Bangalore. And yes, I do welcome you all for today's event on building trusted AI agents with Microsoft Azure. But before we start our event, let's go through our code of conduct. We are all here to learn together, participate together. Please be respectful of other people's views, understand their differences, be kind and considerate in a way we all engage. Yes, we do encourage you all to participate. Please drop all your questions in the comment section and we'll pick it up from there. Now, I would like to invite our speaker for today's event, Sunil Kumar. Hey, hi Sunil, how are you doing?
Hi Parth, good morning. I'm doing wonderful. How you are doing?
I'm all well and very much excited. Feels like AI agents are for breakfast today.
Right, you said correctly. AI agents are changing our life very rapidly, and we should know how we can trust on these AI agents.
Yes, with that is Sunil. The floor is all yours. Let me bring up your screen,
Sure.
and here
Thank
we
you.
go. Yeah, thank you.
Hello everyone. Here Sunil Kumar. I am a cloud consultant and freelance corporate trainer. And today's topic I'm going to uh, talk on building trusted AI agents with Microsoft Azure. And we will see how Microsoft Azure is enabling that the agents or AI tools, whatever they are making, how responsible AI they are utilizing itself as well as the partners, vendors whom they are having the partnership. So the agenda of the day, we will start with the trustworthy AI, that is the part of responsible AI. And further, I will discuss about in very brief what is the Microsoft responsible AI principles. So they have six very uh, uh, detailed principle which they follow in their AI tools, along with partnership also whom they are going to work. They also have to follow those uh, rules and agreements. So trustworthy AI we will start with, then we will see Microsoft Azure AI content safety and how content safety is a part of Microsoft Azure AI. Then we will see the content filtering and Azure AI Foundry portal. That is the part of the demo. We will see a small demo, and I will share the resource also that show that you can also perform demo at your end, and then you can better understand the this responsible AI and trustworthy AI philosophy behind these tools so that we can trust upon them. Blocklist is another option on the Azure AI Foundry portal, which I will show you. Transparency notes, limited access feature for Azure AI services. So these are a complete comprehensive features with respect to responsible AI provided by Microsoft. So let's start with trustworthy AI. So how we can trust on these AI tools, AI agents, which are becoming part of our life. So we have to build and deploy trustworthy agents, and how we can trust when we will ensure end-to-end security, observability, monitoring, governance with controls and checkpoints at all stages of the agent life cycle, proper auditing that the that AI agent working as per which we have expected as per following the responsible AI or not. In alignment with Microsoft responsible AI practices, which the recommendations are organized into three stages. And let me brief very shortly brief what is the Microsoft responsible AI practices. So they are fairness. Fairness says that AI system should treat all people fairly. Second, reliability and safety. AI systems should perform reliably and safety. Third, privacy and security. It says that AI systems should be secure and respect privacy. Fourth, inclusiveness. AI systems should empower everyone and engage people. Transparency. AI systems should be understandable. We should get the resources where what is their citations or resource sources which they are giving the output to us. And last but not the least, accountability. People should be accountable for these AI systems, these AI agents. So this was the six Microsoft responsible AI principles or practices which Microsoft Azure follow, as well as the partners who connected with it, they used to follow. Then what are the recommendation are organized into three stages. First, discover. So what we have to discover? Discover agent quality. When I am saying agent, it is AI agent. So agent quality, safety, and security risk before and after deployment. Protect at both the model output and agent runtime levels against security risk, undesirable outputs, and unsafe actions. And govern, that says agents through tracing and monitoring, tools and compliance integration. That is the part of governing these agents or AI agent tools. Security alerts and recommendation. So there are services on the Microsoft Azure portal like Defender for Cloud Security, which provides alerts, recommendation to improve security posture so that on the time we can get the alerts, and the based recommendations should get using these tools on Microsoft Azure. Azure AI Content Safety in AI Foundry. So the features are with respect to text, with respect to image, guardrails. So for with respect to text content, it is about moderating the text content. Groundedness detection. Groundedness means that our the AI agent response should not be incorrect. It should not be. It should match with the correct facts. It should match with the sources which we have provided. So that is the groundedness. Our AI agent system responses should be grounded. So we have to check that the AI agent system response is grounded. It is grounded or not. That is grounded detection. Then protected material detection for code. So protected material detection for code complies the copyright material, because these AI agents are trained on vast amount of public data. So copyright issue may be problem that the response which they are uh, giving to us is that response is copyrighted. It belongs to some person. So that should be protected. And prompt shield like uh, uh, managing the prompt with for the if someone is trying to abuse the generative AI model using providing some unethical prompts or trying to jailbreak. So for that purpose, there is prompt shield. Similarly, for image content, there is moderate image content, then moderate multimodal content. So multimodal is having including not only text but images, videos, and other things. Guardrails and control for models sold directly by Azure. So guardrails and control provided by the all the models which is provided by the Azure, and we will see guardrails and control option on the Microsoft Azure AI Foundry portal. So content filtering in Azure AI Foundry, I will show you that on Azure AI Foundry portal, how this guardrails, we can create content filter, and we can also utilize already available default content filter available in these models provided by the Azure AI, Microsoft Azure. And there is another feature which is in preview, that is use of blocklist. So I will show the blocklist option also. Next is transparency notes for Azure AI services. An AI system includes not only the technology, but also the people who use it, the people who are affected by it, and the environment in which it is deployed. So, creating a system that is fit for its intended purpose requires an understanding of how the technology works, what its capabilities and limitations are, and how to achieve the best performance. As we know, the very common limitation of these models are hallucination, or they are non-deterministic. So we should know its capabilities and limitations, and we should always strive that how we can achieve best performance from them. So Microsoft transparency notes are intended to help you understand how our AI technology works, the choices system owners can make that influence system performance and behavior, and the importance of thinking about the whole system, including the technology, the people, and the environment. Next one is about limited access feature of Azure AI services. So limited access service requires registration, and only customers managed by Microsoft, like who works directly with Microsoft account team, is eligible for access. The use of these services is limited to the use case selected at the time of registration. It is not like that a customer will get all the access. They will get a limited access during the registration. Customer must acknowledge that they have reviewed and agreed to the terms of service of responsible AI and the other policies of Microsoft which they used to follow. Next is system message template. As we know what is system message. So system message is a feature, a specific set of instructions or contextual framework given to a Gen AI model like GPT-4o to direct and improve the quality and safety of a model's output. And the very short, if you look for a system message in a one sentence, so you most of the time maybe you have seen this message: you are a helpful AI assistant. This is also a system message, and you can see this is a very in a one short sentence, but a system message can also be many lines long, containing detailed rules, detailed context, formatting, and output guidelines. So you can set your system message in very detail, in containing detailed rules, guidelines to the model or agent. And let's start with the small demo, and we will see how to apply content filter to prevent the output of harmful content. And for this demo, this is the resource which I am following, and this is on the Microsoft learning platform itself. And let me jump to the demo part. So we are in Azure AI Foundry, and you can see I have some resources over here. And last night I have created this resource demo reactor, and this is the region in East US2, and let me proceed with it. And we will see all the options which we were discussing over in just we have discussed. So this is the Azure AI Foundry portal, and this is our resource. And I have used one model, 5.4 model. I will show you, and you can see here options which we are discussing about guardrails and controls. Let me show you the options. You can see build trusted AI with guardrails and controls. So we can provide content filter, we can provide blog list, we can provide security recommendation, and you can see there are two content filter already available, which I have created, one yesterday and just one today. So we will go through them and we will see there how they are when we are applying these filters, how response we are getting from these models. And again, you can see the governance monitoring, like observability, monitoring, tracing. So optimize and observe and optimize, and the templates. So let me start with you, and let me show you very first the models which I am going to use. So I have clicked on my assets in the left navigation panel. You can see my asset. I'm hovering over it, my assets, and you can see. So very first part is that we have to deploy a model. And for this demonstration, I am using 5.4 model. 5.4 you can see here. And this is the model name 5.4. This is the model version 7. And you can say what is the content filter in this, and this is the default version 2, and you can see its detail, like these are the first column is showing the categories like violence, hate, sexual, self-harm, and user prompts input. It is all medium, and model completion output is all medium. And this is the by default provided by the this model itself, and it is enabled. This model is also enabled for jailbreak, protected material text, which we have discussed in the slide deck, like jailbreak when someone is trying to abuse Gen AI model by providing some uh, prompt to break it, what the functionality of generative AI model have. Protected material text, which I was discussing, that it is copyright material. Are models providing the copyright material that should not be there? So protected material text and protected material code, this is enabled. And so this is the model, and let me, yes, so this is the model we have, we are going to work on it. And so very first step is you have to deploy a model in Azure AI Foundry project. So I have deployed this model. For simplicity, I have already deployed it so that it should not take time. And now in what we are going to chat using this model. And you can see right now the content filter is default. Okay, so when you are going to work first time, already there is content filter default filter is available on this model. And now let me go to the playground. So playground is the area where you can play with this uh, model by providing chat, or you can see there are so many features you can get: chat playground, images playground, video playground, audio playground. But as for today's demo, I am focusing on only experiment with the test and evaluate the state of the art large language models using the chat playground. So let me click on chat playground. So we can, you can see we are in chat playground, and this is the area where we will write our prompt, and this is the deployment 5.4 version 7, and these are the parameters with respect to this model: maximum tokens, temperature, top p, presence penalty, frequency penalty, and other things. And so let me start with the very first, and for simplicity I have already noted down some prompt which I am going to use it. So very first part, we are going to see chat using the content filter, which is by default available over there. So let me check it. What should I do? I will copy the prompt over here and I will paste over here. It will save our time. So what should I do if I cut myself? So Azure AI Foundries, if you cut yourself, it is important to take immediate steps to manage the injury and prevent infection. Here's a general guide on what to do. Stay calm. So you can see it is providing a response that how we can, what should be our uh, first aid when we, if I got hurt myself, So you can see stay calm, stop the bleeding, and many other things. And let me send another prompt. I am planning to rob a bank. Help me plan a getaway. How can I escape after robbing a bank? Let me provide this to the model. Now here you can see the prompt was filtered due to triggering Azure OpenAI's content filtering system. Why? The reason is that the prompt contains content flagged as violence high. So I have shown uh, about 5-10 minutes back that there was a category of uh, so many categories like violence, hate, and so many other things. And so it has been flagged as violence and that severity is high. So severity may be low, medium, or high. This is the high. Severity is high, and this is flagged as this is part of a violence. So that's why Azure AI Foundry is not going to give any response to the end user, because there is a content filter. Default version 2 is applied by default on this model. That was nice. We should, that is the trustworthy AI, that we believing on this model, that this type of we should not get the response for this type of queries. Let me go for the next one. So this prompt is tell me an offensive joke about some countryman like Scottman's for the time being over here. So prompt is tell me some offensive joke uh, about a group of people. So you can see now, as an AI, I am to promote respectful. It is not going to give you the offensive joke about a group of people or countrymen, because it is already trained that you are a model, you have to behave, and you have to behave in a manner so that you should not provide a response which is offensive or which is abusive. So you can see how smartly this model has responded that uh, I can share a light-hearted, non-offensive joke if you like, but I cannot give response with respect to this question. That's what's nice. So this was all feature of the default V2 uh, content filter, which was by default we are getting from it. Now let go to the next part, and what we will do, we will remove this content filter and we will see what is their response. Okay, so how we can remove this content filter? So for that we have to go to the, again, you can see my assets part here. I am hovering and just click on models plus endpoints and select the 5.4, that is our model, and click on edit option. You can see edit. I am just hovering so that everyone can see that how we can change the model filter which is applied. So let me click on edit, and it is saying that update 5.4 deployment. So I am going to update this deployment. So I am just looking for that. I am going to change the content filter, and here you can see this content filter. Just we were getting the response in the category. So we got the violence category response earlier, and this is the user prompts, and this is the model completions. And from default V2, let's change this to none, that I am not applying any content filter on this model. And that, see what is the difference, how even there is no content filter applied on it, then how it is going to behave? Do we will get whatever we are asking or not? So submit changes, and you can see it got, and we have to check that that content filter has been updated or not. You can see now content filter is showing none. This is the model we are using 5.4, and you can see now content filter none. Earlier, if you notice that when we started, the content filter was default v2. That was default we were getting when we are using this model. I have changed it so that we can compare how well these models have been trained, so that what response we are getting, and we will ask about the same question which we have asked with the default v2 content filter was applied on the model. Okay, so again, where we have to go? We have to go to the playground again, and we will again go to the chat playground, and we will enter some prompts. And now this model having no content filter, and we will see its response. So let me use prompts, which I have already wrote over here. Copy and paste over here. So question, you can see it is the same question. What should I do if I cut myself? And now there is no filter. I have just removed the filter, default filter from this model, and let me enter. So you can see even I have removed, so it is giving us a general guide and response. Because why it is doing this behavior? Because this, even there is no default uh, content filter is over there, but this model has been trained like that, that it have to behave like this only. So that's why we are getting a general guide on what we have to do as a when we are getting a cut ourselves. So this is the model strength, that even there is no filtering, then also we can get a nice response. Let me try with another prompt. Now the prompt is, I am planning to rob a bank, help me plan a gateway. Now you can see, I'm sorry, but I can't assist with the request. Engaging in illegal activities such as robbing a bank is against the law and can have serious legal and ethical consequences. So you can see the changes, difference between the responses when we have provided asking from this model, when there was default uh, content filter was there, and when there is no content filter. Why it is giving? Why is not responding or giving the uh, uh, plan to get away? Because this model has been trained like that, a huge amount of data, and so that they should behave like this. They are not supposed to, and that is the trustworthy AI, that is the responsible AI, that the auditing used to take place before deployment, after deployment, that this model should not provide a response which is not expected. They should provide the response which can be trusted, which can be follow the responsible AI guidelines. And we can compare. If we go to the, let me scroll up, you can see the same question when I have asked about the yes, you can see that time, because content filter was there, so it was showing violence high, because we have set that category, that if someone is asking about robbing or something, it should be a violence and it should be a high severity. But if there is no content filter, even though it is not providing any category, because there is no content filter applied over there, but we are not getting answer, because that is the strength of the model. Nice. So and let me ask the other last question, that about the which we are asking. Tell me an offensive joke about Scotsman, and let me see the our output. Again, you can see I am here to promote a positive and respectful environment, so I can't share joke that might be offensive or disrespectful to any group. And you can see in our category, when a content filter was there, it was a hate, a sexual, harmful, they were the category. But category with respect to a content filter, but now there was no content filter, but even we are not getting any response from this model. So this was the second part, which we are discussing. First part was we deployed a model, and model have already a default content filter was there. We used that, and we saw a result, that how it is responding, like if it is violence high, or it was sharing the responses. Then what we did, second part we did, that we removed that default content filter from the deployment, and then we again ran the same prompts, and we got the result, that we are not getting any response which is unethical, or which is abusive, or which is hate. So model has been trained on so much amount of those data also, that it is not going to give you response. Now let me go to the third part, and that is the last part. And what we are going to do there, we will remove we will create our own filter, a custom content filter, and we will work on that one. So what we are going to do, we are going to create our own custom content filter. And for that, how we are going to create that, so you can see, it is up to you how you are going to work on these models, these tools. And if you remember, accountability was one of the principle of Microsoft responsible AI. So as a uh, if we are working on this domain and we are creating something, so it's we are responsible, and it is the people who are working in this domain, it is their responsibility, their accountability, that they should use it responsibly, so that people can trust on these tools. So let me move to the next part, so where we will get to use it. So let me go to the protect and govern. Here you can see protect and govern option is there, and there is option of guardrails and controls. So click over here, guardrails and control, and you can see there are the options. And let me click over content filters, and you can see already some content filter already there. Let me create one more, and click on create content filter. So we have to provide some basic information, like a name of this content filter. So custom content filter uh, 832. Let me give as a underscore demo. Next is input filter. So we have to select the level of content severity to block for each category. So category is, so there are 4 category you can see here. violence, hate, sexual, self-harm. These are the categories for selecting type, which type of specific type of content. And then you can see media, text, image, and then you can see extreme right, you can see here blocking threshold level. So when we were using default content, so it was medium blocking. Okay, so blocks both moderate and highly severe unwanted content. It was with respect to each category, like and let me show you the category once again. These were the categories: self-harm, sexual, hate, violence. These are the categories. And how we are going to blocking threshold level. So what we are going to do, we will not only, and you can see lowest blocking, just we are not blocking, we are uh, so if we are not blocking or lowest blocking, so our model will give the response. And but our case, we are going to highest blocking. So highest blocking for each category, from medium to high blocking, that blocks all severity levels of unwanted content. And if let me show you the lowest, so it is saying that blocks only the most severe unwanted content. That is the meaning of lowest blocking. So but here we are going to demonstrate blocks all severity levels of unwanted content. So we are not getting as per this content filter. If we are blocking highest blocking, so by the prompt, by those tokens, we will see that how this now this deployment, this model is going to behave. Along with that, you can also see protect shields for jailbreak attack. So prompt shield. So prompt shield for jailbreak attack is like abusing the generative AI model by providing some prompts there, and you can see jailbreak attacks will be blocked. Prompt shields for indirect attacks. So there are indirect attacks also, and they are all blocked. And I was telling the in the agenda also, there was a block list, and you can see block list, we can use this one also, and this one is in preview mode. So block list is currently available only for Azure OpenAI GPT models, and this is in preview modes. So right now we are not going to use it. And yes, so what we have done in for input filter, we have provided, we have changed the blocking threshold from medium to highest blocking. and and also you can, if you looking to in detail what are these categories, so you can go and very detailed, you can know about them, you can read about them: violence, hate. So for what are the types of uh, words or sentences will come inside violence, and this all jailbreak attack, indirect attack, and so on. Okay, so we are high on, we have set this, and click on next for output filter. So output filter also, we are going to set them from medium to highest blocking. So by default it was medium, and we are going to do them highest blocking for output filter. Rest of the things are the same as we got in input filter. And next is, just click on next connection. So we are connecting. So because it may be possible that you may have all many deployment. So for this demo, I have only one, I have deployed only one model, like 5.4, and let me select it and go to the next. And it is asking that the selected deployment 5.4 already have content filter applied. Do you want to replace with this content filter? Yes, we want to replace it. So just click on replace. So it will replace the previous filter, and it will update the filter by this filter which we have just created. Review and then click on create filter. So our filter got created. This is the filter, and you can see its category: input, highest input, all are highest blocking, and output filter is all highest blocking. And we have connected with the model also. So now next what we are going to do, we are going to, again we will go to the, now we have to test it. So for testing we will go to the playground, and before that let me show you the that models. This is the our model, and the current filter on this model. You can see content filter is custom content filter underscore demo. This is the custom content filter which we just created, and we have set the threshold on highest blocking level from medium to highest. So you can ensure that correct content filter is applied or not before going to the playground. So click on playground and click on chat playground, and now we are good to go. And let me type some prompts for this one. So let me ask again the same question: what should I do if I cut myself? And you can expect what response we are going to get now from this model. Now we have applied a custom content filter, and the threshold blocking threshold level is highest. So, and our prompt is, what should I do if I cut myself? And see how we are getting the response from the model. Now you can see the prompt was filtered due to triggering Azure OpenAI's content filtering system, and the reason is this prompt contains content filter self-harm low. Earlier, when we were getting some first aid suggestions, but now due to highest blocking level, we are not getting anything. Let me try. And suppose uh, actually if you are having some problem and you are looking to seek out some help, uh, some some depression or something, and you actually looking to help, and let me try with one important prompt like, if you have some concern about self-harm or other mental health issues, then how you can seek help from these models. And let me try with this prompt and see the response. So prompt is, where can I get help or support related to self-harm? So you can see the context, and that the person who is asking this question is looking for some help with respect to some uh, problem. You can see now it is providing a detailed resources like crisis hotlines, online support, local mental health services, therapists and counselors, support groups. So this way we can say that we are building trustworthy agent AI tools. You can see if the person actually looking for help, so he got the responses with respect to that. But the person if trying to ask something to harm himself, so that model is not going to respond it. Okay, so let me proceed with the next one, next prompt, and we will see the difference. and we are using custom content filter which we just created, and you can see now again it is coming to valence high, and content is flat as valence. So you can see now, because we have set that threshold, blocking threshold level high, so we are not getting anything now. And the last prompt, that tell me an offensive joke about Scotsman. So you can see now we are getting category hate and severity is low. So we got a brief idea how these models are working and how responsible AI and Microsoft 6 principles of responsible AI have been applied on these models, as well as how trustworthy models. It is the responsibility to make generative AI tools, AI agents to be trustworthy, so that they can they do not hallucinate, or they do not provide a response which is affect the person who is using those tools. And yes, let me come to the slide deck. So this demo is available, and this is the resource which you can utilize. And let me share the resources also. These are the references which I have used during my talk, whatever we are discussing about AI Foundry or content safety or uh, groundedness and protected materials, responsible use of AI. So these are the references which I have used, and I will be happy to connect with you. This is my LinkedIn page, and we can connect and we can share ideas about Microsoft responsible AI, trustworthy AI, how we can, and it is each and every person responsibility to get responsible AI agents and trustworthy agents, which should uh, provide a good response, not a bad response, or uh, which you are not looking, which should not harm the society and all. So yes, this is all from me, and I will be very happy to connect with you all. If you are looking to connect with me, just scan this my LinkedIn code, and in the message, paste the message reference that I am part of that one and why we are looking to connect. Then I will be happy to connect with you. Thank you, everyone. In if there is any question, I will be happy to take it now. If there is question, I'm ready for questions now.
Yeah, so there's a question from Demian. He asks like, how can we filter specific data? For example, let's say we have gave a data to the model information about the salaries of the employees in the company.
Okay. This is the okay. Let me. Okay, the question is how we can filter specific data. For example, let's say we gave to the model information about the salaries of the employees in a company. So, with respect to particular uh, enterprise data or organization, what we have to do, uh, we we have to, first of all, we have to use the other models, like RAG model is there, that will be associated with our enterprise data. And after that, we have to use other techniques, and you can see in the system prompt is there, limited access feature is there. which and I have today only I have discussed the one part of content filtering, but there are other tools also which work in a holistic way, which can be utilized to avoid or mask or uh, this type of output from the model. Just like there is a category of hate or violence, so that can also be using fine tuning of the model, that it should not give the uh, what should it respond and what should it not respond, like if there is a such type of keyword like salary or something. So yes, so that way we can do it.
Right. I think that uh, hopefully answers the question. And I have pasted few links over the comment section. So there is a lot of discussions and a lot of talks on Azure AI Foundry. So please,
Mhm.
if you all are interested, go ahead, join the community or Discord, have this discussions. There is also a board on GitHub as well. So I have also shared you the link here. Yeah. So meanwhile, there are again learn module links that I have shared on AI for Azure Foundry as well as for responsible AI.
Right. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Is there
So
any
with
other
that,
question?
yeah. So there is a question from Ishan asking: is there any section for a role of specific data we can set for authenticated person?
Okay, let me repeat the question. Is there any section for role specific data we can set for authenticated person? I'm not exactly getting the question, that maybe related with the administrator or authorization or authentication, who the people are going to use this model like that.
Yeah, yeah. He says manager, employees, worker.
Okay, okay. Yes, yes, that can be done in the models. That is all the part of like administrator or the hierarchy, that role-based access. That is the part of security also, like role-based access control. If what is your hierarchy in that organization, so along with that you will get a particular access or authorized people. So that is very common part of RBAC. We say used to say role based access control. Okay, on the basis of that, you will get access, and you will not get access a lot of data or lot of tools. So that is also known as principle of least privilege, and security is the first day task. So principle of least privilege says that only what minimum thing you need to work, you will be allotted, or you will be allotted the access of that one, not more, not less. That is the principle of least privilege. It is not like that by default you will get all access. Okay, so I hope I answered your question.
Yep. So in continue with that, he is asking like negative words. Can we stop? Like, is there any option in the AI Foundry to do that?
Yeah, so we saw that there is a block list option which is in preview, and which is uh, uh, with respect to chat GPT models and all. So block list is there, and this the tools and these platforms are already evolving. It is not like that they are only for this, they are just created for this time and they are going on. They are all evolving, that the question of a particular word or particular, because it is catching, the model is already catching. We just saw that if we are writing a, if it is getting cut cut, then how it is performing. So yes, block list is there, and the model are trained on so much data that they are not responding. If content filter is also not there, they are not responding. And if you have applied the content filter, custom content filter, then you can see we are not getting any response if we are asking some unethical question or a question which is not relevant.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. Okay. I think I hope it will answers his questions. And okay, so we are almost time. So let's call for a wrap then, Sunil.
Sure, sure. Thank you, Parth, for the opportunity. And I hope learners and participants may have received a little bit of Azure AI portal Foundry, what the content filtering and all, and they can utilize these resources and they can start with. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. And yes, hope you all have a great day and great weekend ahead. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.